What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning into Easy TV again. And today, as you can tell, we do have an unboxing and review. No on feet because these aren't my size. But as I said before, also, your boy's rocking with, again, the black Nike hat. And this time, the orange champion hoodie. I really dig this hoodie. This is part of my classic travel outfit. I always wear this hoodie. It's got a nice thickness to it, so it's a little bit warm. But love the orange. I'm always a big fan of orange hoodies for some reason. I guess it's just what I had when I was younger. I just had an orange hoodie that I wore all the time, and so this is obviously not the same one, but I also think oranges and yellows are gonna be great this summer if we get a real summer. But I think oranges and yellows are gonna be super hot. But yeah, this pair of shoes, as you can tell by the title, is a pair of Yeezy 500s in the stone colorway, and no on feet or sizing. Although you can check out other YouTubers for that video, just because, to be completely honest, I got these off the adidas app, exclusive access. First time I got exclusive access ever. The time before that I didn't get access, and I really wanted it then. But this time it was when it was all 500s. They had 4 pairs of the 500s and then the pair of the 500 highs. To be completely honest, I actually do want a pair of 500s. I do think they look pretty cool, but I don't really see myself wearing them that much in the summer. I see that more as a fall shoe, wearing them with pants and stuff. So I just don't really need a pair right now. So to be completely honest, I grabbed the pair for resale. This is the stone colorway. I believe I got a 6.5. I definitely got a smaller size, a good size to resale. I checked the prices, and I was gonna add another pair of 500s to the cart during the exclusive access period, and it wouldn't let me add. So I don't know if that's an issue. Let me know in the comments below if that's an issue. If you guys got exclusive access and you weren't able to add more than one pair. From previous exclusive accesses, they usually allow you to grab one purchase from each item on the sale. So if there's 2 different colorways, you're able to grab 2 shoes, one of each colorway. But this time I wasn't able to do that. I've heard a couple other people have that issue as well, but I don't know if it's they only wanted you to grab one, or if it was just some error on my end. But it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. So let's open this up. I'm working with a slightly new setup, as you can tell, for all of the unboxings and reviews. I'm going to try to get myself in front of the camera for the unboxing portion. You guys can see, because this is my first time looking at the shoes. That's really the whole point of the unboxing portion of it. I've got this little side table that I bought, and I just put it in today. As I mentioned, I'm bringing you guys slowly but surely better and better quality. I'm really trying my best. Today, this video actually was supposed to be recorded on my new iPad that I actually got for college, but also has a great new camera on it with the new iPad Pros. And I had already purchased an iPod tripod mount and things like that, but when it came here and I tried to put everything together, the iPad was too thin, so I guess the tripod mount wasn't updated enough. And so yeah, that's a whole nother thing to figure out, but at least we're still in 1080p, and so there's not too much to complain about there. But definitely want to try my best to bring you guys the best quality. So definitely, it really goes a long way if you could just smash that thumbs up button. It really goes a long way. Anyway, let's get this box open. So there we go. We got the big, it's upside down, but 500 on top. So here we go. Boom. This is the first pair of 500s I've ever seen in hand. I've never seen a pair of 500s in hand. 500 on the top. Right there. Your classic adidas Yeezy boxes right there. Size 6.5. Let's pull these out, guys. First time seeing a pair of 500s in hand. Definitely curious. I've also heard from a lot of people that they're super comfortable. Although, I've also heard from a couple other people that they're not comfortable at all. So, I'd really love eventually to get a pair, but as I said, I don't see myself really wearing them that much in the summer, so therefore, I didn't go for it for my own personal size this time. Ooh, interesting. Wow. So here they are. Yeezy 500 in the stone colorway. This is size 6.5. Let's just get them both out here. They definitely do look a little bit different in person than they did in pictures, to be completely honest. I'm really taking a second here to take everything in. I think one thing that from pictures and now holding it in hand for the first time that I didn't realize is that I've heard people say that it looks like a slightly wider, bulkier shoe, but in hand I can really tell it looks a lot wider than I thought. Also, I just think what really stands out to me the first little look at them is that the layering on this with all the little shapes, right? So you have the shapes here and on the back, and all those little shapes and layers, right? I really love the layering on a lot of the Yeezy designs, especially like the 700, for example. I think what really makes that shoe is the layering of all the different materials. And of course, as you can see, this shoe is full of it. And I knew that going into it, but I don't know what it is, but right when I looked at this back piece, those layers just really stand out in person, right? And I really love that, actually. And I guess the one thing that's kind of controversial about the Yeezy 500 is that midsole with those bulbous shapes. I don't know exactly how I feel about it. I definitely don't think it would have been my first choice, but it definitely has grown on me since the 500s have been out. It looks kind of nice. Now I have heard that the adidas Plus, right? Because these don't have boosts. For those of you who don't know, that's why it's the lower retail price. But they don't have boosts. They have adidas Plus instead. And I have heard from a lot of people that they don't like the adidas Plus, and that's why they find it so uncomfortable. I have heard from other people that they love the way they did the adidas Plus on this. And there seems to be a lot of it, right? It seems to be that this entire chunky midsole, all those shapes, that this whole thing is adidas Plus, right? And you can see here, it's got some give. It's a little more firm than Boost, definitely. But by now you've already seen all your reviews on this shoe, so I'm really not going to do too much as far as delving into each and every aspect of this. I'll give you guys a look around here, but especially because of the colorway as well, it's really just very monochromatic, so there's not too much to really go over. By now you've already heard from all your favorite YouTubers about this shoe, about all the little features and things like that. Now what I do want to talk about here is a hold or sell. And so like I said, I got these to resell. This is a size 6.5. And I was taking a look, right, every time I order a pair of shoes for resale as they're coming in the mail, I always check almost every day what the prices are like on all your favorite apps. And I think for me, to be honest, I'm going to list these real quick, and I'm going to list them at a price to sell. And I think I'm actually going to list them on GOAT this time. Like I said, guys, some of the fees right now with StockX are just a little overwhelming, and I think because of the extra fees on both sides, not only for sellers, but when something negatively impacts the buyer on a platform, that in turn does have some negative impact on the seller, right? If buyers are less incentivized to be on a platform, that hurts the pockets of sellers as well, because now you're selling to less people. But we'll see what the prices are looking like. At one point I know that these were selling for around 300 in this size, or above 300, around 310. I think they've come down slightly, but I definitely think this is really the peak of where the resale for this specific colorway and this specific size is going to go. So I'm really going to get them out and sell them as soon as possible, really, and list them for anywhere, whether it be from the 280 range all the way up until like a 300 if possible, although I think the time's kind of over to get the 310, at least in the immediate future. Main reason selling these guys, as much as I'd love to hold some shoes, first off, some shoes, just like stocks, the longer you hold doesn't necessarily mean the higher in price they'll get, and at some point you need to realize when you need to sell. And on top of that, I've got my money in a lot of things right now, as I've stated before, guys, and I'm really thinking about making a video of in the future. Right now, with everything going on in the world, it's actually a great time to invest in the stock market. Whether it's your first time or it's your 50th time, I think it's a great time to pick up a few extra stocks. If you do a little bit of research, I think anybody can really start investing, and I highly recommend looking into that, guys. As much as there's a lot of negatives with what's going on in the world right now, there are a few positives as far as business opportunities that have opened up for me, and one of those is I'm spending more money investing in stocks. While I do think shoes, just like stocks, are a great investment and your money can really appreciate over time, I think right now, would I rather have my money in a stock right now that I think is going to be super lucrative in about a year, and I could maybe double or triple or quadruple what I put into it, versus do I really think the best use of my $200 or whatever that I put in to these shoes, do I really think the shoes right here, the Yeezy 500 Stones specifically in a size 6.5, are the best place to be holding my $200+ in? I don't think so. So I'd rather cash that out right now, sell them, get what I can for them, as I see that they're pretty high as far as where they've gone historically market wise. But let me know in the comments below, guys. First off, do you own a pair of 500s, and do you think they're comfortable, yes or no? And then on top of that, what are you guys doing as far as 500 resale wise? Are you guys still holding on to pairs? Let me know if any of you are doing that. But as I said before, guys, smash that thumbs up button. It really goes a long way. I really wish I could bring you an on feet, not only for you guys, but I want to know how I think if these are comfortable or not. But definitely grateful to be able to pick these up off the adidas app exclusive access, even though I only got one pair. At the end of the day, I think sometimes it's easy to think, dang, I could have got 2, I could have got 3, I could have got 4. But you know what, I'm just kind of grateful to have 1, and last time I didn't get any access, so I guess 1 is better than none. Smash that subscribe button if you guys like what you see. Like I said, trying to do my best to bring you guys better quality, better content going forward, slowly but surely. And for now, guys, just take it easy.